Oh, okay.
A little bit.
It's pretty. It's getting a little warm out. A little humid.
It's overcast.
All right. Saw quite the gap up today. Yes, it was a huge gap up today. Saw. I'll offer comments after hours last night by Trump saying that he's not going to fire Powell. That was making the market nervous. He's okay with him staying there, and then he really softened his rhetoric on Chinese as far as the tariffs are concerned. But that doesn't. We don't know if that's going to continue or not. This morning he just said that they were getting ripped off by China and EU. So I don't know. Again, this is a news-driven market. That's all you can do. Mellow mushroom. Yeah, yeah. You say I've hammered home the news that can blow us away at any second, and sitting on cash is good. Yeah, but trading a news market is, you don't have any technicals to rely on. It's all just news. News is driving the market. That big gap up today came from the news. Remember when the tariffs were put on, the market dropped like a rock. When they were paused, that went back up again. It's all news driven. Everything's that's all that's driving the market. Right now, we got to wait until this gets settled down before we can really start to take any kind of swing trades. I'm doing some intraday trading, but it's I'm doing straddles and strangles. I did have a put credit spread on Netflix, which we closed out yesterday. That was a really nice trade, and we do some straddles and strangles. I had a straddle on Raytheon yesterday, that RTX, which worked out well. But right now, you got to be very, very selective in this market. It's really hard to trade at all here, because it's in an instant. If the people that were short the market overnight yesterday, they had lots of puts on, and when the market gapped up, they get clobbered this morning. They're in there trying to scramble around to try to close out 6, 7, 8, 9 positions. You don't want to be in that position right now. You want to just be sitting mostly in cash right now. Lucille, yeah, gap staying in the sidelines feels good. Yeah, we got a gap up on a compression, and most of the market gains and losses, for the most part, are come either in gaps based on news, up or down, or in a news event during the day. Other than that, the market is just moving sideways. And we're still inside of the big candle a week ago Wednesday when they paused the tariffs. We've been trading inside of that now for 2 weeks. So it's very difficult to trade this stuff. And I try to emphasize that every day because people want to trade, and it's I know people get frustrated because they want to make trades. That's what they do. They're a trader. They want to trade. The problem is not taking a trade a lot of times is the best thing you can do. And in this market is. I mean, look at this. Look at this price action. Big gap up, nice gain, just flat as a pancake. I have a few. The tech stocks are doing pretty good. Tesla is gapped up, pulled back, and now it's moved up really nicely. Amazon's been holding up pretty nicely, starting to pull back a little bit now. I did take a straddle on ENPH today. 49 puts, 49 calls. Just as a straddle, but those are non-directional trades. I'd much rather be in a non-directional trade. If I get a news event and it shoots the stock up or shoots the stock down, I make money on the straddle, and I don't really care which direction it goes in. Shy Clint says we can be in that candle for another month. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. The thing with that big candle that we're talking about, that we're trading inside of that candle right here. This is the paused in the tariffs. This is tariffs on. This is tariffs being paused. This is a huge, huge candle. You notice this. We've been trading inside of this since here in 550.50 is the resistance level for the SPY, and it's right near the very top of that candle. And we've been trading inside of this candle. And when it occurred, I said that we could likely trade inside this candle for a long, long time. And if we go back down again, we may be in it for another month. Who knows? But it's there's no. I mean, if you look at the SPY, you don't really have any direction to trade here. You can see this big gap up here, gap down here, gap up here. This is just chop of big moves, and all the moves, profits and losses are pretty much all being taken in the gaps, except when you get like a news event during the day like that. SPY just moving sideways. Palantir, nice long this morning. It's gapped up and it's been kind of grinding higher. So this is a pretty nice setup. On the daily chart on Palantir, this is what you've got. You get some high volume support and resistance levels. 99.01 right here was the support, and there's a resistance 107.69. So it's got a little bit of room to the upside on Palantir. But the market's not helping anything, so right now, there's no directional push to the market whatsoever. Breaking down below the VWAP here now. SPY pulling back a bit here. So SPY back below the VWAP here now. See if we can get any kind of a direction. Again, this is the standard deviation line right there, but that happens to be the entrance to the gap fill. And you know, there's a lot of room to the downside on the SPY if we decide we want to fill the gap. Palantir was a good long setup. It's pulling back now with the market again. You can't trust anything right now. But I would be leaning to looking towards shorts right now. The NPH still coming down here. Again, this is the straddle I get on the NPH. I get $49 puts and $49 calls. So the puts are in the money. But the spread is really wide on these things. It's going to take a bigger move to get profitable on this. Again, I paid $310 for it right now. It's trading at about $310 still. The spreads are still very wide. Yeah, the spreads are tightening up a little bit now. And the low on the NPH today is 45.21. So anything close to that will give me a decent profit in this. Again, I'm just looking to take $50 a contract profit out of this.
Members' comments from Invested says confirms earlier report that there is no unilateral offer from Trump to cut China tariffs.
I'm going to do a, market's coming in here now. They said there was no unilateral offer from Trump to China for tariffs. That's of course going to send the market down. I want to take a straddle on SLV on silver, just because the premiums are so ridiculously low on this thing right now. All right, so we're going to do this. I'm going to do this. All right, this is on silver, SLV. It's going to be a straddle. By the April 23rd. $30.50 calls. And by the April 23rd, $30.50 puts. Should be able to get it for about 30 cents. It's got an over 70-cent ATR. So that's a straddle on SLV. I'm going to send that out. It's just low. It's such a low price for a stock to move 30 cents here. That's not much. When you get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for this to move. All right, so SLV, straddle on SLV. From Dan, one of my trading buddies, Dan pointed that out to me. Appreciate that. All right, so I took that straddle in SLV. I also have one on an ENPH. I got a $49 straddle on ENPH. Gonna watch that close. I'm only just trying to take $50 a contract out of ENPH. SPY drifting down here. Again, was news. Okay. They mentioned that Trump didn't make any unilateral proposal to China on the tariff, so now we start to drop down again. Oops. Ari pointed me out that that's only it's a 1 DTE, a 0 DTE, so that's silver. Yeah, that's right, an ETF. I wanted to do one on Friday and I took it, so let's I gotta scratch that. I'm gonna leave it on. I'm gonna leave it on anyway, even though it's just today. I wish there was to Friday, but I had the wrong expiration date on that. Yeah, that's April 25th is what I wanted to do. It's quite a bit more money for the 25th. Be about 75 cents, so that's more in line. I'm gonna leave it on. We'll see if we get a move on it today. You made the same mistake. Yeah, I did too. I did that before on an ETF. So, but again, it's a cheap one. This thing could easily move 30 cents today. It's got an ATR of 70 cents. Last time was your fault. This was my fault. Well, if we get any kind of a profit on the thing, we'll take it off. Gotta take it off. Sell order for 35 cents on it. Again, if you didn't get filled on that straddle, it expires today. So skip the trade if you didn't get into it. Sorry about that. All right, market just kind of drifting down here right now. So SLV needs to run up to probably around $30 and 70 cents, 75 cents, or down to $30 and about 20 cents. Just a little pull down on the SPY and now just compressing again. Very, very pitiful price action. Q's doing the same thing. Tesla bouncing back up a little bit here because I had a good day. ENPH still coming in. ENPH, I got a sell order at 360 on it on EL. Yeah. On ENPH, I get a sell order at 360. Right now it's trading at 351. I see if we get any questions here. I'm looking for some straddles and strangles. I messed up the SLV one. Forgot that it was an ETF that expires today. All right. Suzanne, how come sometimes when you do a trade and it's going in your direction, you still lose money? I took a put an IWM at 239. It has gone down quite a bit, but the market is now 293. I am losing money. You bought it at 239 and it's selling at 293 and you're losing money? I don't see how that can be. Yeah, implied volatility crash, it can't be that much. That doesn't. Again, I'm not sure when you took it. You took the 194s. IWM, you took the 194s. So it's trading at 192.15. And you paid $239 for it. They probably expired today, I suspect. I don't know why that would be, Suzanne. I'd have to see more. Is it on paper or is it real? The only thing that could do that is if it expires today and you're getting a lot of either time decay or implied volatility crush out of the thing. I can't think that the implied volatility crush would be that much just this morning. So I mean, if the stock is trading at 190, 198 right now, and you got a 194. And then 194 put, so it's trading at 192 basically. So you got about $2.10 of intrinsic value in it right now. It's 80 cents for Friday expiration on silver. Yeah, silver's today's expiration. I didn't want to do that. I did it by mistake. Thought you said we have Wednesday through Friday. I did because I forgot that it was an ETF that expired today. That's why I said if you haven't taken the trade yet, skip it. It was a mistake on my part. I'm still in the NPH. I don't know. I'll have to check. It might have closed. Yeah, ENPH is closed. I got out for 360 on ENPH, so I'm out of the ENPH straddle. It's fine. Now it's again pulled down a little bit. Now it's starting to compress again. Very little momentum into the market either way right now. Again, this was a news comment that caused this big move up last night, coming off of Trump, and then another one here from somebody saying that they haven't made any unilateral moves on this tariff in China. So, nothing's changed but the rhetoric. That's all. Again, I'm out of the NPH straddle. I made $50 a contract on that one. And I'm still in this SLV one, which I this was more of a mistake. I shouldn't have done that one. I was thinking it was regular expiration. It's not. I didn't look. I was too hurried, and I didn't look closely enough. And we don't really want it to sideways because we'll get time decayed pretty hard on that thing. It's trading at about $30.47. We're going to see a move here in the next hour or so to move it up or move it down one way or the other to be able to take this thing off. It's trading at 28 cents right now. Again, I'm out of the ENPH for 360. Yeah, Ari, implied volatility crush on that IWM that Suzanne was talking about. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense because it's come down quite a bit from the 294, $2.50 in intrinsic value in it right now. Simon, ENPH straddle worked great for you. Good job. Very nice job. Got out at 325, not 360. You did, but still made good 20% profit. Yeah, listen, that's in this market. That's great. Okay, Suzanne, you figured out what you did. Okay, excellent. Because I was very confused. Go over and take a look at YouTube. We got some questions over here. Pats, if the market hits the gap, could you expect to hold most of the gap? You're talking about the gap down in the SPY. I assume you're talking about would I expect it to hold this entire gap here? Who knows? This is all news-driven market right now. Now we're getting weak again. I would be looking at shorts right now. It could fill the gap. That's a pretty big gap, but it's possible. Likely would stay in there, but it depends on the news. It's news that's driving this market. Now there's also a big H minus from all-time high sitting above us on the SPY to provide resistance. Yeah, again, I'm looking for shorts anyway right now if I was going to go with anything. But again, the SPY is right now is down below the 537.72, which was another support level on the SPY on the daily. The next support on the SPY is 535.58. 535.58. We're getting pretty close to that. Mallow STLA might be something worthwhile. Yeah, it's pretty nice short. Automobile manufacturers, they've been pretty weak. It's down this morning, about almost 6%. Ford is actually up this morning. The STLA is a decent short. It's got some support. Right now it's trading at $8.94. It's got support at $8.72. Then it's got some more support down at $8.39. Pretty close to the support level. Market pulling in here. Pats Nation. April 23rd, wouldn't that expire today? Yeah, it does. It was a mistake on my part, Pats. Pats, when I take super system trades in better environments, do I trade at the money? Yeah, pretty much at the money. 0 DTEs in the morning, 1 DTEs in the afternoon. Basically, at the money, or 1 strike in the money. Yeah, I mentioned 0 DTEs. Yeah, I do that, but after lunch, I switch to the next day because I want to mitigate any kind of time decay that occurs in any kind of compression during the afternoon. Again, I'm out of ENPH straddle for a nice profit on that one. And I'm in silver by mistake, SLV. It's still trading 30.44. I don't want to see it compress like this. Made a pretty nice move up here this morning. Silver's run up from about 29.80, so it's run up about 60 cents. Yeah, silver was a mistake, Peter. Wrong expiration, correct. Yeah, I was thinking it was 25th, but it's the 23rd, and I just took it right off of my trading platform. I was looking at the date. I didn't really think about that it's not Friday. I was thinking it was a regular weekly expiration, so it was a mistake, which is why I said if you're not filled in the initial order, skip the trade. About 10 minutes to 12 right now. I'm gonna try to take this whoops. I'm gonna try to take the silver trade off at just break even. I'm gonna put a position in order in there for 30 cents. Again, that was a mistake on my part. I did not want to do this with today's expiration. Should have realized that it was too cheap. SPY bouncing a little bit here.
just posted in the news desk some commentary out by Trump on Ukraine's Zelensky.
All right, get the market drifting down, but very choppy. Just a choppy drift to the downside. Oh, I see what you did, Suzanne. You hit on the bid button, yeah. Mess yourself up. Yeah, it takes a little while sometimes to get used to the platform you're trading on. WMB, good morning. It's good afternoon now. Time I looked at this. It's 12 o'clock, a little after 12 o'clock. Not much to trade here, really. So far, I took ENPH. I did a straddle of that. It worked nicely. 49 straddle. And I made a mistake and took silver, SLV, for 30 cents for a 30.50 straddle. I'm going to try to get out of it for break even on it. Right now, it's trading at 24 cents right now. 12 cents both ways, 12 on the puts, 12 on the calls. So we needed to move. At this point, it's at 30.51. Probably need to move it up about 10 cents to 30.60 to 30.65 sometime in the next hour to be able to get out of it. Because if it sticks around 30.50, of course, we'll have time decay all day on that, and we don't want to do that. What?
Did you use more of our precious money?
Not really. I just made a mistake on a trade.
I'm not serious. No, it was already in the file. And what is this? Overseas?
Members watching this yield market hitting new highs of the day as markets are hitting lows. The 10-year yield at 4.364%.
I personally am doing my best to spend my money.
Excellent. About 12:12 here right now. Take lunch in about 20 minutes or so. I'd like to see silver move up here about another dime or so. Amazon puts are at about 42 cents right now, if you're still in that trade. Just pulling back a little bit. Jelly, you're new to options. What is that criteria for SLV and ENPH to be good straddle trades? Well, I messed up the SLV trade, so that's not a good trade. I went with today's expiration. I should have gone with Friday's, and I don't even know if I'd have taken it because they would have been much more expensive. But what are you looking for a straddle? And I have a video on that. If you're a member, if you join as a member, you can see all my videos. But there's videos on straddles. Basically, you need something with above average volume. You need to have it close to the high or close to the low for the day when you take it, and you want to do you don't want to pay more. You want to pay less than the ATR, the average true range. If the average true range is $5, and you want to be buying those straddles or strangles for somewhere in the neighborhood of around $3, $3.50, something like that. Well below the ATR, the average true range of the stock. Again, I go into quite a bit of detail on the videos on that, so all of those come with membership to the room, and a lot of the stuff I try to keep. I give this information that I've done, all these strategies and everything, and that is what that strategy will be successful. Again, if you're new to trading options, traded paper, or make sure you understand exactly what the strategy is and how it works before you take trades like that. Don't take trades that you don't understand. Learn about them first, and before you take any trades, because that's a big mistake, because if you don't know why you're getting into the trade, you won't know what to do if it doesn't work. So if those Amazon puts come into the money, yeah, anything can happen, I suppose, but that would be pretty dramatic. We'd have to get down to 170 on Amazon. SPY coming in here pretty good right now. Again, it's in the gap fill right here. In the gap fill. Pivot point is pretty much slightly below the gap fill on the pivot point. It's not showing on the chart right this second. It's down here. If I go out a little bit, right there. So there's your gap fill right here. 527.50 or so. And then the market's moving in that direction. SPY's still coming down here. Again, just news driving all this market today, drifting down now. Kind of had the strong reversal on the China tariffs last night on versus by talk. So they were going to basically smoothing the rhetoric or toning down the rhetoric, and now today we're hearing that that China's going to have to also do something as well. There's been no overtures made to China to lower the tariff rates yet or anything. So basically, we're right where we started from. It's just a matter of rhetoric, how strong the rhetoric is, strong or weak, and that's what's driving the market here. Crazy to have to trade that kind of stuff, but that's what it is. Alfie, you're killing me here, buddy. Alright, delivery truck. Kind of scared my dog a little bit. SPY with a little bounce back up here now toward the 15. Just slow move to the downside with interruptions to the upside and then coming back down again. Just chopping around. D2104 is still relatively bullish, actually. It's kind of moving sideways as the market moves down, but it's got a kind of a bullish context to the movement on it. This is a T2104 right here. You can see that it's been moving up pretty consistently all day. Kind of flattened out here as the market pulled back pretty hard, and now it's starting to move a little bit up again. So we'll see. Hard to draw many conclusions here right now. Again, like I said, the market's news driven. If it's news driven, it's really hard to apply technicals to it. Let's see if we get any more questions. Again, the silver trade was my mistake. I put it on as today's expiration inadvertently. So I'm sorry about that. Silver right now is trading at 21 cents. You can close it out whenever you want. I'm going to let it see if I can get a move in silver today, but right now it's not doing much of anything. Just moving right around. Pretty much trading at 30, 50, a little above it, but not by much. Needs to make a move up. Again, we need it to get to 30.80, but if it gets close to 30, if it goes up to 30.65 or so, we would probably be able to get out for break even, as it is right now. There's the SPY, right back up to the 15. Momentum turned blue here as the momentum indicator just poked above the 20 level. Yeah, one little red candle will send it right back down to yellow. Actually, we'll send it right back to red. Oil stocks coming down a little bit now. ExxonMobil down 1%. Oxy down 0.8%. Yeah, it's about 12:34. I'm going to stop and get something to eat. Market's starting to try to bounce up a little bit here. Again, it's in the gap right now. If we zoom out, and see we're in the gap. There's the gap right here. This is where the market closed yesterday, and this is where we are right now. So we gapped up beautifully, and then it's pulling down. Well, it's beautiful if you were long, not if you were short. And now it's trying to pull back. It's in the gap, but it hasn't even quite got halfway down through the gap yet. And again, we've got a little momentum switching here from red to blue because it's just slightly above the 20 level. See that 0.203 back below 20 again. We'll put the indicator back to red again. So we'll see what happens. All right, gonna grab some lunch, and I'm gonna close down the YouTube feed. Thanks everybody on YouTube for being here today. I appreciate it. Again, you can always join the room if you'd like to, or the alert service, and we get this play-by-play all day long. And as well as we try to do as much education as possible here. Lots of training videos, and well, if you've been on YouTube, you know what it's like. All right, so again, thanks very much. We'll see everybody on YouTube.